down there. So just press that button. There you are. Excellent. Good to see you. First of all, let me just do tragic news that's happened. I've lost my cue. I've lost my cues. I can't say cues anymore. My cues have gone. I can't use cue in anything that I write. No question mark, no quickness, ba-dum-dum, no nothing. I've lost my cues. Cues are gone. So if anybody is able to help with this matter, please call 555-324-14444 and reply with the letter Q, and then you will help me restore the letter Q. Q. Thank you. Thank you. So, in the news this week, it's the sad announcement that the Queen won't be attending Parliament for the opening of Parliament, and her son Prince Charles is going to be in her place. And I wish her well, and I hope that it's nothing too serious. But on the news this morning, I was this reporter, I don't know, royal something correspondent, I guess they are, said, we're all wondering what Prince Charles is going to say. How is he going to overcome the fact that the Queen always says, I wish my government to do this. What's Prince Charles going to say? Well, I've been thinking about that, and I think Prince Charles will be delivering it roughly like this. My mummy has asked me to ask you to do this. My mummy has suggested that you do this. That's what I think he's going to say. This week, in Mental Health Awareness Week, unless you're watching this in 3 years' time, of course, then it won't be. But this week is all about loneliness. And do you feel alone? I always feel it. Well, I don't always feel alone. I often feel alone, especially within this box that I'm in. I'm in a box. Look, you can see. I'm in a box on a screen. There's nothing. If I put my hand out there, it disappears. If I put it up there, it just disappears. It's amazing. It's quite amazing. I don't know where it goes. Maybe there's somebody in a kitchen in another dimension, and they get poked in the face when their hand suddenly appears. Maybe it does that. Anyway, I'm not trying to make light of the fact that we some of us feel alone, but loneliness comes from within. I've learned through being myself, through my own mental health experience, that actually a way to overcome this, and it's not, you have to do what you want to do. I learned to like myself was a way of overcoming it. And when I find myself alone, because I used to be scared of being alone because of suicide and self-harm, basically. Let's be blunt about it. Used to be scared of being alone on my own. But I've learned to like who I am. And then when I find that I am alone, like in instances like today, which means I can talk to you and talk to this microphone without the fear of anybody watching me, because nobody watches this anyway, then I actually do things that I like doing, like be creative, and I like my own company, and I start talking to myself, and I have the radio on, and yes, it might be that it's a bit mad, but because that doesn't matter, does it? Cicero, the great philosopher, said this. Let me read it to you because I wrote it down. Everyone who lacks perfect wisdom is insane. I'm having a breakthrough and a breakdown. Everyone who lacks perfect wisdom is insane. Do you lack perfect wisdom? Then you're insane. Otherwise, you're telling me that you are perfectly wise. Essentially, we're all mad. Hey, and if you say that, if you start thinking that, start believing that, because it actually, you know what, it is it's a good philosophy to have, because it sort of suggests that you don't take yourself that seriously. And I found when I was depressed, I took myself so seriously. And life isn't serious. Life is beauty and colour and light and imagination. Not serious and dull and, I don't know, Decomposing. I don't know why that word came to my head. Decomposing. What a strange word. I'll have to ponder on that one. So this week is about loneliness. So if you are feeling lonely, please don't. Please do something for yourself. Whether that's start to read a book, watch a film that you like watching. Do something that makes you smile. Because that's one of the most important things. And what you start to do, you start to lift your spirits a little bit. And yes, it's tough being alone. But being alone, you can be alone in company. I've had plenty of times when I've been in a social situation and I've felt entirely alone and disconnected. So it's not always about just being on your own. It's about your emotion inside. Think on that if you can. If you will, there's not a day that goes by. There's not a day that goes by. There's not a day that goes by when I don't think about it. I always think about it, you know. Anyway, that's my notes done. That's my notes done, man. One final comment I want to add. That's based on my history, and just, you know, I just want to complete the Cicero Cycle that we are all actually insane, because there is every morning I wake up, and at some point during that morning I could be making a cup of tea, could be staring out the window, could be waiting for boiled eggs to boil, I could be putting my hand outside and poking somebody in the face somewhere in another dimension. Anytime, I often think about ending this shell. And I don't want that to be a sad thing. I don't see any reason why I shouldn't think that. And for a long time, I felt guilty thinking that, which then leads to self-harm and tablets and all sorts of other things. But actually, you know what? I actually think it's a healthy thing to think that, because, and I'll tell you for why, and I don't know if this resonates with you, because I'm still here. I've chosen to be here. And when I've made a choice to do this day, then I do this day with enjoyment. I don't do it thinking, oh, I've got to do this now, I've got to do that now, oh, I've got to do this now. No, I've chosen to be here today. Tomorrow, I might not. So let's just enjoy today. And it sort of, I don't know, opens things up a bit. It releases the tension. And that is my message for Mental Health Awareness Week, loneliness, and my experience of self-harm, suicide, depression, and imagination. And let's end on a bright note. I don't have any bongos this week. Ya ba boo da bee da ba bee da ba dee